part of the Eurasian plate, is being pushed eastward beneath the lighter Philippine Sea plate.
Magandang araw at magandang gabi po sa mga nakakapanood sa gabi at sa lahat po ng naabot ng video na ito. Welcome po dito sa AMB o Avoy Mix Videos. Ngayon po ay may video po tayo mula po ito kay Earthly. Yan po yung kanyang channel, ano? At dito ay i-discuss niya itong tinatawag na yung Manila Trench, no? At sana hindi gumalaw ito dahil siguradong pagka ito gumalaw, abutin tayo ng the big one. Sana i-hold ito ni God, ng ating Panginoon, nang hindi ito gumalaw. So, sige po, tingnan po natin ang video na ito at sama-sama tayong matuto. Magbigay tayo ng reaction at comment regarding dito. Ito na po ang kanyang video. I-play na natin.
The Manila Trench is part of a tectonically volatile zone known as the Philippine Mobile Belt. It extends roughly 1,000 kilometers from southern Taiwan in the north to the island of Mindoro in the south, skirting the western edge of the Philippines' largest island, Luzon. This trench represents a subduction boundary, where the dense oceanic crust of the South China Sea basin, part of the Eurasian plate, is being pushed eastward beneath the lighter Philippine Sea plate. The subduction process occurs at a relatively rapid rate of approximately 5 to 7 centimeters per year, which results in a significant accumulation of tectonic stress over time. What makes the Manila Trench particularly dangerous is its classification as a megathrust fault. These are large, seismically active plate boundaries capable of producing the most powerful earthquakes and tsunamis on Earth. Similar structures include the Nankai Trough in Japan and the Sunda megathrust that triggered the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. In the case of the Manila Trench, the interface between the two plates is currently locked, meaning that stress is building up without being released through smaller quakes. When this stress finally overcomes the friction holding the plates together, it is likely to do so in a single devastating rupture. The geological implications of such a rupture are profound. A sudden release of energy along a 600 to 800 kilometer stretch of the trench could displace the seafloor by 10 meters or more, vertically lifting or lowering vast areas of seabed. This type of movement is a primary trigger for tsunamis, as it...
Kung naaalala nyo, gantong-ganto yung nangyari doon sa Japan, no? Yung ine-explain ni The Earthly na nag-cause ng devastation sa Japan. No? Talagang malaking tsunami yung nangyari sa kanila. No? At kung mangyayari ito sa Pilipinas, nako, mahirap na nga tayo dito, no, yung mga mamamayan. Mayaman ng Pilipinas, pero yung mamamayan mahirap, no, dahil sa mga korap, no. At pag kumilos to, ay talagang kawawa, no. Ang dahil pa namang mga tao dito sa Pilipinas, doon sa side doon, no, sa side na nakaharap doon sa West Philippine Sea, na may mga nakatirang mga tao doon eh. So, nakakatakot itong pinapaliwanag ni The Earthly, pero matututo tayo dito no, para mapaghandaan natin. Although yung mga lindol and the big one, bigla-bigla na lang yung dumarating. Ano? Kaya ang ating sagot dito ay talagang panalangin na lang sa Diyos. I-hold niya na wag mo nang gagalaw ito. Ano? Wag na. Tuloy natin video.
As it displaces massive volumes of water almost instantaneously. Furthermore, the trench is part of a complex tectonic network that includes nearby volcanic arcs and transform faults, creating a multi-dimensional hazard zone that extends far beyond the immediate vicinity of the fault. Unlike Japan, which has centuries of detailed seismic records, the Manila Trench has limited historical record due to the lack of early written documentation in the Philippines and surrounding areas. However, geological evidence, particularly uplifted coral terraces along Luzon's western coast, reveals that the region has experienced large, sudden land shifts in the past, consistent with powerful megathrust earthquakes. These terraces suggest vertical uplifts of 2 to 3 meters, the kind of displacement typically associated with earthquakes, exceeding magnitude 8.5. Radiocarbon dating of these formations indicates that major seismic events may recur in intervals ranging from 400 to 600 years.
Grabe no, narinig nyo no? Magnitude 8.5. So, yung dito nangyari sa atin, halos 7 o 6.9, talagang maraming naapektuhan, no? Yung pa yung 8.5, no? At kung mangyari naman sana yan, yung papunta doon sa kalayaan, yung para masira yung mga struktura tinayo ng China doon, ano?
Scattered historical accounts mention earthquakes and tsunamis near the Manila Trench, including a possible tsunami off Mindoro in 1627 and major quakes in 1796 and 1852. However, due to limited scientific data and inconsistent records, it's unclear if the trench was the source. Crucially, the lack of a major rupture in recent times is not a sign of safety. It points to the dangerous possibility that the fault is locked and accumulating stress. In seismology, a quiet fault often signals an impending threat. In recent decades, the Manila Trench region has experienced several moderate earthquakes, but none have released the immense strain building along the main megathrust fault. Notable events, including a magnitude 7.1 earthquake near Mindoro in 1994, and a magnitude 6.2 earthquake in Pangasinan in 2006, caused localized damage but occurred on nearby strike-slip faults or within the subducting slab, not along the main megathrust interface. Their failure to generate tsunamis reinforces the belief that the Manila Trench remains locked and potentially more dangerous. The concern lies not in the immediate impact of these moderate quakes, but in their potential to redistribute stress and bring the trench closer to a major rupture. In December 2024, a swarm of offshore earthquakes near Ilocos Sur, followed by a magnitude 5.6 event near Ilocos Norte, drew renewed scientific attention. Seismic activity has continued into 2025, with smaller quakes indicating ongoing unrest. Seismic and GPS monitoring has also detected slow slip events, gradual fault movements occurring over days or weeks. While these events don't produce immediate shaking, they may indicate growing instability along the fault line. Similar slow slip phenomena have been identified as precursors to major earthquakes in Japan and New Zealand, suggesting that the Manila Trench may be exhibiting early warning signs of a larger event. Seismologists believe that a megathrust earthquake along the Manila Trench is not a question of if, but when. Based on geological data, the accumulated stress along the trench.
Ako ngayon kulang nalaman na nandyan pala nakalocate yan. Makikita nyo yung naka-red, no? Yung tinatawag na yung Manila Trench. Kasi meron pang tinatawag na Philippine Trench, no? Alam ko, nasa likod yun, no? Nasa kabilang side ng Pilipinas. Parang napapalaman yung Pilipinas dito. Yung Philippine Trench ay yung nandun sa portion na malalim dito sa may Pacific. So, doon naman sumanga, pumasok yung fault line. Yun yung tinatawag na Marikina Fault Line mula dun sa Philippine Trench. So ito, ngayon ko nalaman, itong Manila Trench ay nandito sa loob ng West Philippine Sea.
Trench is sufficient to produce an earthquake with a magnitude between 8.8 and 9.3. A rupture of this scale would be comparable to the 2011 Tohoku earthquake or the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami event, both of which caused immense destruction and loss of life. A worst-case scenario involves a rupture extending from southern Taiwan to northern Mindoro, with the seafloor rising or falling by up to 10 meters. This vertical displacement would displace an enormous volume of seawater and generate a tsunami that could reach the western coast of Luzon in as little as 10 to 15 minutes. Cities such as Subic, Dagupan, and parts of Metro Manila would have almost no time to evacuate. The tsunami would then radiate outward across the South China Sea, potentially reaching the coasts of Hong Kong, Macau, southern China, Vietnam, and Malaysia within 2 to 4 hours. Numerical simulations conducted by researchers in Taiwan and Japan show that such a tsunami could produce wave heights exceeding 10 meters along parts of the Philippine coast and up to 5 meters in southern China. Given the high population density and coastal urbanization in these regions, the consequences could be catastrophic.
So hanggang dito na lang po kasi para po kasing sinasabi ng nasa video na habang mas tumatagal yung hindi siya gumagalaw, mas delikado at mas tinatawag na yung malakas kung sakali mang gumalaw. At sana wag pong mangyari yung ganun. At sinasabi rin na wala na po tayong magagawa. May mga area na hindi po kagad makakapag-evacuate sa bilis ng pangyayari. So, ang paraan na lang po natin dito ay manalangin po tayong lahat na hindi kumilos yung tinatawag na Manila Trench. So hanggang dito na lang po. Maraming salamat po.